Hey everybody, welcome to week 10. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what we got going on this week. So let's go ahead and open this up. So we are in week 10. Click here. So last week we spent a lot of time rigging up our spoon, right? This week we get to make a move. Now again, it's short, or it's a small number of videos, and they're actually reasonably short. They're probably about 12 to 7 to 12 minutes each. But where we're going through the process of posing our spoon and getting an animation similar to this. Now you don't have to do exactly what I do here. Really, what this is about is the pose to pose animation workflow, right? Learning how to do posing, and then the second half of this is learning how to go into the graph editor and really take control of that and refine it. So this is kind of the bouncing ball supercharged a little bit, right? So this is building on that. And I will say one of the things that at midpoint, for people who are going through midpoint review, the spoon animation is one of the things that usually I have people refine the most if they are going into the animation concentration. So put some work into this. If animation is what you're wanting to do, this is what animation feels like, is this week's lesson. So lots of posing, lots of work in the graph editor to refine that motion. But having said that, like, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of things to focus on. But it's probably not the busiest of the weeks, right? The last 2 weeks, hopefully you've been able to play a little bit of catch up, getting your models done, getting your textures done. I would kind of give you forewarning that next week is the last week of this project, and it's not one of the easy weeks. So if you get done with this project early, maybe go ahead and move on to week 11 and look at some of the video lectures there, kind of get a head start on that, because it's got a lot going on. Next week is when we're doing the cereal pouring out of the box and caching that out, to give you a sneak peek of next week here. Next week's video lessons, or video lectures, I think we have like 14 of them or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm sorry, not 14. And so any head start you can get on this will be great. So if you get done with that early, go ahead and move forward to week 11. Start watching these videos. So back to week 10. Let's look at that. So the things we're going to be doing, those video lectures, and then I have an extra little lesson in here. This is a lot about what we had talked about well, I've talked about this in class, to the live lecture, or to the live session of the class. But this is where we kind of talk about what midpoint review is, right? And this is a very important, like, overview of the things that happen in your sophomore year, right? And why that is sort of important to you now. The biggest thing is that, to kind of not, no spoilers here, but these 4 classes are what we're looking at in midpoint, is the work that you've done in all of your principles classes. So you're going to really, really, really want to save everything that you've done. So the last thing I would say is that, sorry about that, my wife is working here beside me. The last thing I would say is that, don't forget the discussion. What this is about is sort of what midpoint, how that ties into the rest of our curriculum. So look at that, and this is really more about some of your thoughts and some of the things you're curious about. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know anything I can help with, and I will talk to you all very soon. Have a good week.